Welcome to Toffee TV. It is my 3 talking points. Crystal Palace 3, Everton 1. First time Everton have lost to Crystal Palace since the 94-95 season at Selhurst Park. Yeah, listen, it was always going to be a tough game, this one. But you were hoping after the Arsenal victory that Everton would be durable, hang in there, be tough. And we weren't. There's lots of turmoil going on at the club at the minute, but it's quite clear that the changes need to continue. Today, it isn't good enough. The tactics were piss poor. And it's just how long does it go on? I'm going to talk first about the manager. Anyone who watches this knows that, you try to get behind the manager. He's been making mistakes for a few months now. Poor decisions, poor substitutions. Carried on today. Obviously, lost Alan. That's nothing he could do about that. Alan and Mina from the starting line up the other night against Arsenal. So he's had to make changes. Mason Holgate coming for Yerry Mina. Luca Dean's still not in the squad. So there's clearly an issue between those two, between the manager and the player there. And also, just the makeup of the way he picks the team. I mean, he's gone today with Delph, Gomez and Decore in midfield. But whatever he's trying isn't working. That's for sure. The players don't seem, I don't know, they just something not right there. Now, it might literally be on all the players, but I just think the tactics are really poor. We just give the ball up to Palace all day today. Just let them have the ball. The only time we tried to force it was the last 25 minutes, which is crazy. To me, absolutely crazy. It's changed to take Richarlison off was a bit mad. If he's injured, then fair enough, right? I know he was holding his calf, but that was in the first half. Second half, he's running around. They didn't look like he was injured when he was subbed. And then to not throw Ellis Sims on again with 10, 12, 15 minutes to go when you're getting beat is ridiculous to me. It really is ridiculous. If the lad isn't good enough, then don't have him in the squad. If you don't think he can do anything, do not have him on the bench, because what's the point? There's no point. But you're 2-1 down. You've got nothing to lose, really. Put him up with Rondon and something might break to him. The lad's a natural goal scorer. Something might ping off someone and fall in. I said this after Brentford. I said exactly the same thing when exactly the same thing happened. The game just petered out and he didn't put Sims up front. Didn't throw everything at it. If he throws everything at these games and we lose them, then fair enough. You go, well, what else can he do? He's only got what he's got. But he stands there passionless on the touchline. And that's fine if he's looking at everything calmly and coldly. If it's working, that's great. But when it isn't working, you've got to do other stuff. And for me, he should have thrown Sims on again and just gone for it. And those tactics aren't doing Everton any favours. I'm not one for just change the manager for changing the manager's sake, but 1 win in 9 is appalling. There's 1 win in 10 actually, isn't it? It's appalling. 7 of the last 8 games they've lost. I don't know how he's still got a job. I really don't. It's when you look at other managers in the Premier League, the records weren't as bad as his. Maybe Farke's at Norwich might have been, but they were bottom. And when you look at what's happening with Everton at the moment, we go to Chelsea on Thursday, and I'll be honest, I'm normally really positive. I can't see anything other than a Chelsea win on Thursday. That would be 1 win in 11, and it would have been 8 out of 9 matches lost. You can't survive that. Now, I get all the other stuff. Who do you bring in if you sack him? I understand that. More money to pay to a manager. I understand that as well. And I have been someone going, we just need to maybe let him get on with it and let the noise die down. But if he's not trying everything at his disposal, if he's not trying new stuff, then what is he doing? How's he earning his money? How's he justifying his money? Because what I'm seeing at the moment is not good enough. And it's not good enough from him. I know these players will let people down because they've let 4 or 5 managers down in some of their cases. So you know that they're going to let you down. It's what they are. Some of them probably wouldn't, not some of them. A lot of them wouldn't get the money they're on here anywhere else because no other club would have them. But there is some good players in there as well. There's players playing below the level. I've said it for a while. There is some good players, I think, when you can get them out there, but it isn't working. And so he's got to do better. Otherwise, for me, he's got to go. I don't know how much longer you give someone where it's going wrong. You can't say, leave someone in place, even though we're losing every game, because we don't want to sack another manager. It's just as bad appointing the wrong manager as leaving the wrong manager in place. Fans aren't going to get behind him. You've heard today. Imagine having a situation where you're hearing your own fans ripping your own manager, like singing songs about your own manager because they don't like him. It had to almost be perfect for this to work for Rafa Benitez. He had to get results and keep getting them and build on top of them and do new things, bring younger players on and all of this, so everyone looks and goes, you know what, he's trying everything, and it's on these players. And it is on. I'm not letting these players off, by the way. They are a big part of this problem. But we've had the Luka Dean stuff. Richarlison doesn't look happy today. It's not working. We're not getting results. It's not enjoyable to watch. There's very little for Evertonians to cling on to, and it worries me. So he's got to step up somehow and start, I don't know, changing the way he is maybe, and start doing other things to help us get these results. Because at the minute it isn't working, and it's worrying now. Because we've just been swept aside comfortably by a team who is around us, and that's worrying. It's okay, City destroying you, Liverpool destroying you. They play a different sport. Chelsea will probably destroy us on Thursday. They play a different game than what we do. When teams around you are doing it, that is where it's really worrying. So I'm not sure where we go from here. If Mashiri is watching and look, not watching this, is watching the game, then he's got a decision to make very quickly, because this is turning sour now. And I'm a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie. Second thing I'll talk about just quickly is the style of play. There isn't one. It's quite simple, that. Every team we come across seems to know what they're doing, bar us. And when we got Benitez, I want him. But I thought he'll come in, and one of the things he'll do, he'll have a style of play, which I thought was quite evident early on, but it's changed. Now, we haven't gone back to what we were doing early on. I thought tactically we'd be very good. I thought defensively we'd be sound. But when neither of those things, set plays is still a worry. And I'm really surprised how open we are. Is it just the players? Is it the players are not good enough and they can't grasp what he's asking them? Maybe. But we've got these players. So if they're not suited to what he wants to do, good managers are able to use what they've got to get the best out of them. Is Rafa Benitez really getting the best out of what he's got? I don't think he is now. I think early on he seemed to be, and we were looking okay. But it's going that way at the minute. And I don't know how he turns it round. I really don't. With no style of play, we just look like 11 fellas have turned up for a game. I don't know what they do in training. Other teams seem to have an idea. Like set pieces, you see them moving around. We just dink balls and hope someone heads it across. It's pathetic, really. And it needs sorting very quickly. And finally, I'll finish on a positive note, because it has been a bit of a moan fest. I thought Ben Godfrey was excellent today, albeit he was at fault for the second goal. But I thought overall he was back to like he was last season. I thought he was strong. He was quick, aggressive. He was up and down that the left-hand side. Put a great ball in for Andre Gomez in the first half. Good volley. And was competitive all day. I thought he was Everton's best player by some distance today. So that's good to get him back to that level. If he keeps going and works at that, then excellent. We will be better for it, because it was where he was at his best last season. And that's good. That is a good thing, because early on in the season it wasn't going well for him, but he was excellent today. So that is the positive note that I will finish on. He was my man of the match. I thought he was very good. That's it. Not really much more to say. Enjoy your weekend if you can. If you're a Palace fan watching this, enjoy your weekend. They fully deserve the 3 points. Vieira doing a good job there. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And otherwise, see you later.